morning, everybody. It is January 20th, 2022, and it is a foggy, gloomy, hazy day today here in northern Utah. About 32 degrees, 0 degrees Celsius. It's only going up to about a 35, 36, which will be 2 degrees Celsius. So we're supposed to get some snow tomorrow, so actually I'll be happy for that because that'll chase away the gloom and the haze and make it clearer up here. So anyway, I'm Colette, the Highway Stitcher. I'm here to give you my stitching from the highway and at home. I spent last week on the highway and went to a pretty cool retreat, so I'm going to tell you about that, show you my haul from that. I have a few, just a few whips. I didn't do as much this last week because of the retreat, but I'll show you that. And so we'll get started with all of this. But before we do get on to that, I did have a giveaway that I wanted to do. And I was going through my giveaway stuff again because I have a couple more weeks here before I take off anywhere else. And I thought they gave me a chance to do a giveaway and to send it off to you for whoever wins. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give away this Basket of Buzz by Shakespeare's Peddler. Cute little pattern. So if anybody would be interested in this, put basket in your comments, not bees. I'm going to look for basket. So, and I'll pull it with a random number generator. So anyway, if any of you are interested, that'll be the giveaway. So, okay, I will go on now to my whips, I think. So, I worked on a lace maker by Artisy Designs. This is a artwork by Miles Burkett Foster, and the actual design by Heaven and Earth Designs. And this one, I did 300 stitches this last week, all of it yesterday. Full coverage, I'm doing it 25 count, 1/1 full cross, and I worked in this section right here. Mostly. I think I filled in a tiny bit there, but most of it was filling in a lot of this. And this is being stitched on a 25 count even weave Lugana, and I'm using the DMC called for colors. And I'm also doing it in like a typewriter method where I take the highest unworked thread and I work from left to right and work it down until it's done, and then I move to the next highest unworked thread. And then I do it and thread it, and then I work it on down. So that's the method I like best now with Pattern Keeper. This is for my 22,000 stitches in 2022 challenge. I need to do about 1,800 stitches each month, 450 a week to keep up with the challenge. So I'm a little behind, but not too bad. I think I've got about 1,000 stitches right now. So that's that. My one full coverage for right now. Another piece that I got some work on for a challenge group, Daily 30, which is doing animal adventures, is Harriet Elizabeth Coe by With Thy Needle and Thread. So with this, last week I did 300 stitches, and this week I also did actually a little over almost 400 stitches on it. So if you were watching last week, you can see what I've actually accomplished this time. I worked on that vase and I did those two dogs and the rest of the crow with whatever little thing is coming out of his mouth. So anyway, that's what I accomplished on this. This is a 28 count Picture This Plus fog linen, and I'm stitching it with a called for over dyed threads. So it's a pretty color for this, really nice color. So I did that this week. If anyone's interested in knowing about the challenges, I can tell them more on online or whatever if they want. That particular challenge, Animal Adventures, is not an open group right now, but I'd certainly be happy to tell you about it because they do open the group every now and again. So, but I want to get on to my haul, and so I'm not going to explain it again right now. I also worked on my WhipGo, which is an open project, open Facebook group by Jessie Marie. And the two numbers that were picked, like I mentioned last week and the week before, were the same project. So I did reach my goal on one of them, and I'm going to work towards my goal on the second to get it done by the end of the month. So the two numbers that were picked were the same project, Panoply of Posies, and this is by Tempting Tangles Designs. And this one I'm doing some conversion with it. This week I got about, I think about 670 stitches done. I worked on it a lot when I was on my retreat, when I wasn't working on the other projects for retreat. So far, I got across to the other edge of the project, so that's my full width of this piece. And I finished up a DAR and the letters on the side there and the border. This one I'm picking my colors. I have 5 colors chosen. You're welcome to email me. I'll have my email address below and ask me what the colors are. They are mostly Classic Colorworks and Gas. And I'm stitching this on a 32 count Zweigart Vintage Country Mocha, and it is being stitched with the 5 over-dyed threads. And it's 2 floss threads over 2 linen threads. I'm really liking how that's turning out. I have about another probably 500 stitches to go before WhipGo is done this month, and so I'm going to fill in some more of this right here, start this corner. And then the one other piece that I got about 650 stitches done on during the retreat is the birth sampler that I'm doing for my niece, Charlene. She's having a baby in March. And this one, when I started it, oh, this is my la-di-da, by the way. This, when I started it, I only had just the border, just that little bit of border, and that was about it. So now I finished the bird that's on the left side here, as well as the flowers, and a tiny bit more of the border. This is being stitched on a 32 count Linens by Design fabric called Barn Owl. So it's going to look really, really nice. I really enjoyed stitching on this while I was there. It was just such an easy, relaxing stitch, and just I loved it when it started coming to, the colors started popping out. So I'm hoping she likes it. I think she will, because it's just such a beautiful piece. So, okay. So that is pretty much all I worked on this week. So now I'm going to go into my haul. I do have a little bit of haul that came while I was gone, so I'll just go ahead and mention that before I get into the retreat and what I did in the retreat. I got my color and cotton fabric for the month. This is 40 count cedar. I thought that was a real pretty deep red. So this would work really nicely, I think, for like a Christmas one that has like greens and golds and everything. So that's my one fabric of the month came. Also, I had 2 other things come that my husband Chris had ordered for me for Christmas, and they showed up later, of course, with all the craziness with shipping this year. And I just wanted to show those off to you. So one of these is a sewing box, a European classical sewing box with a needle threader, scissors, and all, thimble, what else? Syringe. Anyway, just nice little tin that it came in. And he picked such a beautiful color. They had several colors, but he thought this one was one I would like. And oh my goodness, I do like it. So some of the stuff keeps popping out. So I'm going to try to push this down. Come on. It's not cooperating. Oh well, I'll try to hold it. It's a rose gold. Just so gorgeous. Look at those scissors, those ornate scissors in that needle case. The thimble the threader, the awl. I just so beautiful. I just was just really excited and very impressed by his choice. So he said he got it off of Amazon. If anybody's interested, I can check with him and see if he has like the receipt or whatever else to let you know where he got it. What part on Amazon. Ugh. And then the other thing that I got that I ordered quite a while ago was some Kohana scissors. They come in this cute little box. I really wanted red ones, so I kind of had to wait, but the waiting was worth it. Comes in this cute little box with like a little like pretty cloth holder here. Open it up, and here's my little scissors. Aren't they cute? They're so pretty. It comes with like the little part here. That just is so cute. Nice little holder for it. And if I can get this out, I can show you the scissors. There they are. So such beautiful scissors. So anyway, I really like these. They're really nice. So those came too. So that was my actual haul for the week. That, I mean, you know, that came while I was gone. Okay, now on to the retreat. I'll put this down here. First of all, I'll let you know that the retreat was called Sampler Symposium. Attic Needlework in Arizona put it on, and they put on several like retreats and classes during the year, and I tried to get into this one and I made it in, so I was pretty happy about that. And I'll show you what I got for my haul from the actual Attic Needlework, which is an awesome store, really awesome. And then I'll show you what the class projects were, and also pictures too at the end, so you can see the pictures. Anyway, I think I'll go first to the classes. I got there on Thursday. I drove on Wednesday and got there Thursday afternoon, and the drive was nice. That's just a real pleasant drive, and it got warmer and warmer as I, just tiny increments as I went down, just a little at a time, and started out at like 35 and then went up to about 45. I got to St. George, stayed overnight there at my friend's vacation house, and it was about 55 there. And then I got down to Las Vegas and it was about 60, and then I started heading down, and it got warmer and warmer, and all of a sudden I didn't need the heat on in my car anymore. It was 72 degrees when I got there to Phoenix, and their area, of course, was the Mesa area where the attic is. So anyway, Friday we started our first class that if you signed up for, there was a Friday and a Monday class. And we got our badges, of course. This is Attic's 2022 Sampler Symposium. And our first class was just really, really neat. I loved it. It was by Summerhouse Stitch Works, which is Beth Seals. She did a grandma's heart. And what it does, here it is closed up. This is the part we stitched, that, and then the back of it, which is right there. And when you finish it all up, it opens up into this needle book with all the sections to stick pins or whatever else you want to stick on it. So it also has a pattern for a little tiny pillow and for a little floss holder. Came with the fabric and the threads. And it was just a joy to listen to Beth. She told the story of how her mother had had this, no wait, it was her grandmother, I think, had this, and she always thought her grandmother made it, and she found out no, her grandmother did no kind of stitching, no nothing. She was a really good housekeeper, but she wasn't much of a seamstress or a cook. But it still reminded Beth so much of her grandmother, and so she designed this piece for all of us there at the symposium, so we could make a heart just like her grandmother's. So she gave us this bag. Here's all of our stuff in the bag. I really don't want to get it all out because It was like, you know, it's all going to fall out, and I've got cut pieces of wool and for the backs and everything else, because I really did try to work on it that day, all day long. But I will pull out the fabric. She's using the fabric that we got, which, let's see. Oh. It was a cappuccino linen from Weeks Dye Works, I think. Here's the threads, and here's the little bit that I stitched on it. So this piece of linen is large enough to do all the pieces, the pillow and the floss holder and the heart and everything. So I did do a little tiny stitching on it. I mostly was working on putting it together with the glue and the cutting out the pieces and putting the grommet in the floss holder and all of that. So that was really a fun class. That was all day Friday. Beth gave us some fun stories about how she got into stitching and what her grandmother had for this, and then we went on and worked on it. So anyway, that was Friday. Friday night, let's see, we had Needlework Press come. They also gave us a bag and a pattern. Oops, I ended up closing it up instead of opening it up. Pattern we got is a 19th century pin keep, her adaptation of it, with all the flosses and linen, which I'll show you in a minute. And this is actually one that she had in her antique collection that she reproduced. In this bag here, she showed us how to do the hem stitch. She mentioned that these older pin keeps all had hem stitching around them, and then they finished them that way. So she gave us, which was interesting, she gave us an old piece of linen that is not correct size-wise, but she said that that's what they worked on a lot of times. So she gave us this old piece of linen, which is actually beautiful. And but it's like 35 by 37. So she said that you have to make sure that you orient it right when you do it. And either way you do it, you're going to have like either fatter letters or fatter, or skinnier, taller letters. So, and then she also gave us though some regular linen. So if we thought that was too funky and we were having a hard time with it, we could use the regular linen. So, and the front of this has this, but the back of it has a little saying. It says, "Lily Bates is my name, and with my needle I wrought the same." So, it was interesting when she handed this out. I was just looking at it and seeing all the threads, because like here's the threads and the interfacing and all the other stuff that we got with it, pins, whatever, and it took something. It took me a few minutes to realize, and I'm going, well, duh. Bates is my mother's maiden name. Not that this was probably anybody in her family, but I was just going, oh my goodness, that's my mom's maiden name. So, if I want to make this too. I'm excited about these. When I do, I think I'm going to put EB on it somewhere, because those were her initials, or EAB, Elizabeth Ann Bates. So I thought that was kind of special that Bates was the last name. So that was our Friday night class. Saturday morning, we actually had two lectures. We had a lecture on the suffragettes in England, and how they did needlework to remember their fight for the vote. And that was interesting. And then we also had another lecture that was about the whole history that was about this one particular lady in 19th century England and her whole life, and the sadness in her life. She ended up putting into a sampler. I didn't get a picture of the sampler, unfortunately, but the sampler was all in words, and it was as big as like a 12 by 18. Just all her whole story stitched in with words, and that was just really amazing. So, and then in the afternoon, we had our other class started, which continued into Sunday, and that was by Gentle Pursuits, Sissy, Bailey Smith, and we got ourselves a reproduction. She told us a story about her Scottish samplers and the history, and then she gave us our own reproduction that she designed called Susan Scott 1734 English Sampler. And here it is. It's so pretty. Let's see if I can get the glare off of there. Like that. So that's the sampler that we got. We also got the linen and the threads, all MPIs in those beautiful colors. And the red is kind of hidden back there. I guess I better turn it around and show the red. And I chose 40 count, and this was a 40 count Zweigart. I believe it's platinum. Let's see if it's down here. I thought it was, but anyway, I can't find it. But this is, I'm just doing this floss tube off the cuff. I don't even have any notes or anything. Anyway, this is a pretty Zweigart platinum, and here's the threads with it. So it's going to be a really nice piece. Has a lot of specialty threads in it, and just a beautiful, beautiful piece. So thank you, Sissy, from Gentle Pursuits. We also spent time at the attic. I came in early on Thursday, spent some time then, and then we also had a kind of like a get-together meetup after the Saturday night class, and they had goodies and things to eat, and you know, we all got to go in and talk and wander around then too. So, oh, one other thing I mentioned before I mentioned my haul, actually. Jean Lee, who's the owner of Attic Needleworks, as we were doing our classes and our lectures, she kept coming by and giving us things. So, I'm going to show you the stuff we got. This is a sampling of memories by LaDonna Snellbacher. I know that a lot of you know her stuff. These are some pins, and so Jean just gave these to us. She also gave us this floss holder. Just beautiful. And then she came by the next day and gave us another floss holder. I really like this one. This is a monochromatic, like a red sampler. She also brought these by Katie Strachan Embroidery, her little floss cards, and gave us a ruler with Attic needlework on it. So, where samplers rule, and then gave us a little scissor fob holder saying Sampler Symposium 2022. Thank you, Jean, for all this freebie stuff. So, I guess, you know, we pay for it when we come to our retreat, but still, it was so nice of her to have all of this stuff for us. I mean, this is quite a bit of stuff. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you so much, Jean. I don't know if you watch this. And oh, a big thanks to Carolyn, too, who kitted up a lot of stuff for me. She is just a sweetheart. And thank you so much, Carolyn and Jean and everybody else who's at the attic working there. So, okay, when I first went in the store, I was actually heading towards the scissors. I had one of those Kohanas that I had ordered. When I talked to Jean, she didn't have any Kohanas left. So that's, you know, it was a good thing I ordered the ones I did. But she did have Giulietta scissors from Italy. And so I went right in and I got myself these Giulietta scissors. So, and they're so cute and so, well, so pretty, so ornate and everything. Along with the holder. I haven't taken them out yet, but I think you can see pretty much how they are. So that's what I got first. And then next to the scissors, you know, there are a lot of scissors. I saw this. I thought this was cute. So it's like a big pin. So like when I make like a bigger size pin keep, I can put this in. It says Stitch. So I picked up some more things at Sit Attic. I picked up one of their, you know, corner measures. And also, I thought this was neat. It's like almost like a coaster, but it's recessed in a little bit with their name and where samplers roll. And you can put like your threads there or your scissors there, whatever you have when you're working on your project. Another thing I picked up was this little teeny tiny hoop. I have a hard time with arthritis in my hands, and even little tiny pieces, I know I could add fabric to them, but then I've got to take all the fabric off again. So when I found this, and this is a really, really nice wooden hoop. I mean, it is very sturdy. I thought I'm going to get that so I don't have to keep sewing on extra fabric to put it into a hoop or a Q-snap, because I can't hold my hands very good anymore with my arthritis. Holding the one side of the fabric as I hold it just hurts me. So this, I think that should work good for my little teeny tiny like ornament projects and things. Oh, this got lost. This was from the class. This is from Beth Seal's class, Summer House Stitch Works. She gave us a little pin with her design name on it. So, okay. One of the things I picked up there and I asked her to hold was the rose and the giant peach. You've seen this before on Brenda and Laura's channel and on probably other people's channels. I loved the creme brulee, the Tabby Cat linen, so she saved out 40 count of that for me as well as the pattern. I'm going to do it with DMC, so because I opted to get silks for another project that I wanted them to kit. So that's what I'm going to do it with, and I know it'll be just fine. So that is one thing I got there. I found this beautiful, I just loved this monochromatic pattern. It's by Mojo Stitches, called Peace and Plenty, A New Year's Wish. Just really pretty. And I want to do this really delicate and really small. Not sure, maybe make a pin keep or I don't know what yet. But I had them kit up for me. This is a pair of Kingston, this is a Kingston linen, 56. The color is Cafe au lait. And the silks are the 100/3. No, actually, this is not the 100/3 of Vera Soie. This is their other silk. It's called Soie Surfine. Yeah. In this red color. Carolyn was saying that it was a nice thread. She said some people liked it better than 100/3. Some people liked 100/3 better. So I figured I'll just go ahead and try it, see what it's like. So just, oh, I can't wait. It's going to be such a cute little petite piece and so pretty. So I have to put this back because I'll end up getting everything mixed up if I don't. So there it is again. I also bought another one of their patterns, just the pattern that I liked. It's called Mary Barton's Work in Antique Reproduction. I didn't end up doing, I didn't end up watching Expo in August at all. I had other things to do. I decided I didn't want to be spending any more money right then. I was saving up money. So I know some of these pieces are probably from Expo. And I saw them and went, okay, great. I've got the money now. I can buy them. But yeah, some of them were probably from Expo. Okay, this is the main piece that I kitted up. I went to kit up the hats for a Scarlet House. And I originally went there looking at a couple other pieces, but then I saw this on the wall, and I'd always liked this hats pattern. I just love elephants, and just decided, nope, I'm going to do it. So this one instead. So this is A. Thomas, 1882, the Nellies. It's not a new pattern. It's been around for a while, but I just love the colors in this. So I had them kit me up. So that's the pattern. I'm using Needle and Flax, Dolly Madison. I'm not going to take my linen out of the bags, even though it's a little harder to tell, because I'm afraid they'll get mixed up and I don't want them to. So she had a lot of Needle and Flax there. So this was Dolly Madison, and here's the fold 4 threads, so, which I'm keeping in this bag so I don't lose it either. And these are Overa Soie. So I know when I get them out and show them to you, you'll see it's going to be just a beautiful, beautiful combination. So, but for now, they're staying where they're together. So, another designer who was there, not actually not doing a class, but she was there, that I met was Wendy Petrus from the Heart Needle Art. And we sat and talked for quite a while. She's such a gracious, nice lady. And so she had brought some of her patterns that she had just released, and also ones that she had released at the August Expo. I really liked her Quaker patterns, so I picked up the January, February, and March, trying to get an idea of what I want to do with these. A lot of people just do each one, and then and then they put them in different frames. I'm going to get each one of them, and maybe at the beginning of next year I will do another monthly sale. I'm not really doing any monthly sales this year. I want to catch up on some stitching that I've been wanting to do, so decided to bypass any monthly sales. But I might possibly do those quicker ones for monthly sale. Another thing that I did, I wasn't going to kit up anything else, and I actually didn't get the fabric because I knew I had some really cool fabric at home for this piece. But I did do the silks. I splurged and bought the silks. And this one everybody had been talking about, the D. Freytag 1849 sampler. So this was also from the Heart. And they only had like one silk pack left. And so I kind of went, but they were so pretty, so pretty. So I decided to go for it and use the silks. I had gone with a good amount of money to just be able to go around the attic and pick up a lot of the stuff I wanted. So, saved my money up. So splurged on those silks too. This is the very first piece, actually, the very first day that I picked up that Wendy had just brought to the attic for us. She's released it just barely, but we had our first look at it. And she signed this pattern for me. And it's kind of like a little mini D Freytag. Says, "Remember me." And I thought how pretty that would look on really tiny count. So. And then I couldn't pass up the fact of Wendy's signing of patterns, so I went back and I bought one of Beth's patterns, one I'd always wanted, and it's not the right time of the year, but I figured I'd get her to sign it and I'll do it come Christmas. I've always liked that rose, air is blooming. So she signed it on the back for me. Okay, on to my fabrics. I got some Needle and Flax and some Fox and Rabbit. They had quite a bit there. I got some, I had just showed you that I kitted up a Dolly Madison needle and flax. It was a 46 for the hats thing. But I also got some 40 Dolly Madison because it was a little bit different shade that I liked. A little bit tanner, not quite as cream. I got Fox and Rabbit paper bark in 36 count. Paper bark is kind of a off-white cream. And I think you can kind of see the colors here, even through the plastic. This is also Fox and Rabbit, and this is Mayflower 46. And Mayflower is more of just an off-white. She had a lot of fiber on a whim there. I had gotten some at StitchCom when I was there last June, but they had a fiber on a whim there. This one I need to take out and show it to you before I ever do a project on it, because it is absolutely beautiful and it doesn't do it justice in this plastic bag. But it's called Cafe au Lait, and it's like tans, I mean browns with like, there's a purple, a tad of a purple touch to it. I love this color, Cafe au Lait. So, and I don't know whether or not they were out of it at StitchCon or whether Fiber on a Whim didn't have that there, but I couldn't pass that up. So, and then before I went there, I asked them, did they have any hog bristle, which is Fox and Rabbit on 40 count, and they did. So I went ahead and told them I want a half a yard. So that's my half a yard of Fox and Rabbit hog bristle. So I got all my fun fabrics. So there's only one other thing I wanted to show you, and it's kind of special. On my second day walking around during the little, where they gave us treats and everything, little, oh brother, I try to think of names when I'm doing a floss tube and I can, little get together. I just happened to be looking around on the racks again, seeing if I'd missed anything, and I came across this by Mill of the Floss, Charlotte Kingsley Griffin. So I brought this home, showed it to my husband. I don't know if they have much of any history on this. I haven't opened it up to look. She might have more of a history on it, like what Hats has. But we just thought it was cool that Kingsley was in an actual sampler. So I plan on working on this sometime, and I may change it out. I might instead of doing Charlotte Kingsley Griffin, I might end up doing maybe Chris's mom on this one, or maybe Chris's grandmother. Anyway, one of the Kingsleys. So that's my haul from the attic. Took a while, and but thanks for sitting through with me and enjoying my haul. So we put this back on the table. Oh, I have one other thing to show you before I end. I want those to fall. I did do some more on my lace. The part I'm working on now has lots of pairs of bobbins, and it starts and stops. It's a Bedfordshire technique of lace. And so what I did is I finished one part of it, and then I was able to tie off the threads and have less threads on here. And then I just put the rest on bobbin holders. So anybody who's been watching my progress on it, they'll recognize where I'm showing. Anybody who doesn't even know about this, well, I'll try to explain it another time, but I'm not going to work on explaining it right now. So this is bobbin lace, though. It's a form of weaving with lace. Anyway, what I started up, this whole part here was not done inside, this filling. So as you can see, I've started to do that middle section there, and I still have the bobbins hooked on because I'm still working on it. I started way up in this section. Let me see, stand up, it'll be easier. Right here. And I added on my threads, and then I started going down, and then I added on the threads here, and then worked my way down. I'm working my way down on each one of these. So I wanted to get them all done so I could like tie off and knot and cut the threads so you could see it, a little better, but I didn't. But anyway, that's what I did. And this area is called a Bedfordshire lace in that little enclosed area there. And let me see if I can turn it the other way and you'll be able to really tell what it is, those of you who haven't been watching mine. Hopefully this won't fall. What do you know? It's not falling. This is actual sled. It's a sled made out of lace. The other part was upside down because that's the way I was working it. So that's what I did with my lace this week. Actually, it was all pretty much yesterday. And yeah, the day before yesterday. I got home like Tuesday afternoon, and so I went ahead and worked on it then, and some yesterday too, because I love my lace. And so that's about it. I'm going to get off. That haul took a while. Remember the giveaway. Remember to put down basket for the giveaway. And I'm not going to forget the daily gratitude here at the end. This says, it's by Christina Rossetti, and it says, "For there is no friend like a sister in calm or stormy weather." I was thinking of my sis, and so that's why I picked this one. So those of you with sisters know there is nothing like a sister in calm and stormy weather. So be appreciative of your family. So thanks everybody for enjoying my haul and my retreat video. And I'll have some pictures here at the end so you can see, some of the other things I did picture-wise. And thanks for joining me, and I will see you next week for sure. And hope you all have a great stitchy week. Bye.